Hi, Jill.
How are you?
I'm great. Today we have with us Jill Ehrlich. She's a fashion entrepreneur and she's an owner of several shops, both online and offline, right? You have brick and mortar and you have your websites. So, Jill, we want to welcome you, and why don't you tell us and our viewers a little bit about what you do, who you are, your background, that kind of thing.
Sure. Well, I own a company called Lulu's, and Lulu's has been a business. We're almost in our 10th year. And how Lulu started is I have no background in fashion. I have no real background in pretty much anything. I did a little bit of this and that as a kid growing up. My father, though, did have a chain of retail stores.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to college. I came out of college. I was an executive headhunter for almost 13 years, and I specifically worked in technology.
Mm-hmm.
And after working in technology with men for 13 years, I kind of felt like I wanted to do something with women. I didn't know exactly what it was, and my initial idea was to start a staffing company to help women reemerge into the working place into the workplace after they had left their career to go out to have children. I found they had a really hard time re-entering at a salary or position level that they found adequate. Somehow along the way, though, I had started selling handbags online. It's something I'd always loved.
Mm-hmm.
I just have always been an accessories person. I've always been heavy my whole life. So I think for me, as a little girl growing up in the 70s, there were no junior plus size clothing. So I think how I defined and identified my own personal style was by adding accessories. I always just bought very simple, very basic clothing, but always felt modern. I always felt of the trend just by using accessories. So that's where the love began. It began at a very young age. So I started online. We had our first website, and it was a moderate success. Because I come from recruiting, we did a lot of networking, and I started online. I would go to shows. I'd introduce people to the website personally.
Yeah.
What I didn't realize, though, was how personal of an experience of buying a handbag was. You need to make sure it fits your shoulder. You're looking for certain compartments. And, you don't really think about that, though, when you're a consumer.
Right.
So after a while, I went to where we are now, where we've been for the last 10 years. It's Lulu's, which is in Boots Corner Farmers Market.
Mm-hmm.
It's right on the line of the Pennsylvania-Delaware border. And we're only open 2 days a week. And what's great about that is I am a mom first. I'm a wife. I'm a sister. I'm very involved in my community. But having those 2 days, it's number one, it's great, for me just to have something outside of the home to go and to do and to meet all these great women.
Yeah.
But it's also a place that I have found a lot of the women in our small community kind of get together, they congregate, they help each other shop, and that's really nice. So we added that personal element. We just won our fourth Philly Honest Accessories title. And I think the reason for that is we're a tiny little shop.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that we do that's a little bit different is that we truly know 90% of our customers by name. We work with them. We find them special things. We don't do like personal shopping, but we really listen to what they're telling us. And that's how we decide what we bring in.
Mm-hmm.
After doing that for 9.5 years, from taking all of that great advice from our customers, listening to what they're looking for, what they love about fashion, what they hate about fashion, what they're trying to cover, and all those kinds of things, I developed my own scarf line, because what I had found is, as being a mom who doesn't spend a lot of money on myself, a scarf is the best way to refresh what I already own. If I have $20 left, most likely I'm going to spend it on the kids.
Yeah.
But the line that I've put together, Cozy by Lulu, is designed, they're all $20 or less. They're beautiful, they're fashion, they're quality scarves, but it's a great way to take just a basic t-shirt, jeans, and cardigan out of your closet. And with the right scarf, you can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can keep warm, all those good things.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we are today.
Okay, so in your boutique or your shop, do you just carry scarves, or do you have other accessories as well?
No, in this store we basically carry handbags, scarves, and fashion jewelry. And that's really what we're known for. Because we're small, because we don't do like national marketing campaigns, we have really, really great prices. It's basically just me and my mom, and we're our own little reality show in there. But we, because of that, and because we're small, and because we do have low overhead, the prices are basically, in a lot of cases, wholesale to the public.
Okay. The necklace you're wearing, is that one of yours pieces?
Yes, this is actually one of mine. It's our teardrop balls necklace, and it's available on our site, and it's $18.99. It's a great, it's just a great piece, and we have it in 3 different colors.
I love it. I might go get one myself. I'm trying to get more. Growing up, I wasn't big on accessories just because, I don't know, we grew up in a really small town in the country, and you just didn't really accessorize it. As I'm getting older, I'm trying to implement more of that stuff in, so I need to get some more of the chunky necklaces and all that kind of stuff.
You know what's funny is I don't, like when I first started 10 years ago, people didn't accessorize like they do today. And I don't know if it's because of social media and Pinterest and all these great kind of fantasy shopping living situations, but we've definitely seen an uptick in not only the amount of customers that come through our door that are looking for advice on how to wear these great pieces, but I've seen a lot more, really unique businesses start because something like costume jewelry, it's a great little way for a mom to get started in a business because it's easy, it's movable, you can do it at your own pace, so it's great.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. So the scarves. Why do you think scarves? I mean, they've always kind of been popular. We've always kind of seen them, but they've really, in the last few years, I don't know. You see everybody in scarves these days. Why do you think we women love them so much?
Again, I really think it's because with a scarf, you can really change an outfit. And scarves are so versatile. We spend a lot of our time in the store teaching women how to wear scarves. And one of the things that I definitely think contributes to the success of scarves lately is that people are getting really creative in how to use them, how to wear them. And they're able to share that through sites like yours, like through sites like, different social media sites. And they're able to show different ways to tie it, different ways to use it. I've seen people make entire sweater dresses out of scarves. So I think because of the versatility, and again, because it's just a great way to take something that you already have in your closet, pull it out, throw maybe you don't, like they're telling us right now, emerald green is one of the hottest colors. I don't own a piece of emerald green in my closet, but I can, for under $20, add some emerald green with a scarf.
Now, okay, so let's go to the emerald green. So what could you wear? What kind of colors would look great with an emerald green scarf?
It's funny. I actually can't think of many colors that don't work with an emerald green scarf.
Really?
And really and truly, like you can really warm up and brighten up some beiges and some browns. On black, it's a great accompaniment. Mm-hmm. And then with your oranges and your reds and your other tones, I think it kind of goes right in there with that. We actually have a scarf that you'll have. It's called our Emerald Independence Garden, and it's a great mix of emerald green, and there's some yellow and some orange flowers. The orange and the yellow then allow you to kind of mix it with some more neutrals and your warm colors. And at the same time, you can still throw it over something black, and it'll just give you a really nice pop of color.
Interesting. Do you have some of your scarves with you?
I do. Actually, I've brought with me for today to talk about. One of the things that we're seeing is Pantone is really, really pushing this Mykonos blue this year. One thing I have to say is that I'm a firm believer of, twice a year we're told what the hot colors are and what the next trend is. Yeah. But really and truly, make it your own. If you look at this color and go, oh my gosh, I can never wear it, and you're not going to feel comfortable in it, don't. But if you want to try it, again, a scarf is a great way to try a color that you typically wouldn't buy a piece in your closet. So with the Mykonos blue, it's like a really, really rich cobalt electric blue. And the one that we do is actually, it's an infinity scarf. Mm-hmm. One of the hottest things that we've seen, we've been selling scarves now for 10 years, and probably in the last 4 years, a lot of people have been asking us they keep saying, we want these circle scarves, we want these, they don't know the name of it, they think it's a turtle scarf, whatever it may be, but they're infinity scarves. And what that is, and let me see if I can get that in there, it's a double-ended, it's one solid circle and a loop. And I've had a lot of people say, I either love them because just simply by wrapping it over your head, it's done. Like, that's it. There's your look. You're done. Have a nice day. It's totally and simply done. Some people, though, on the other hand, say, well, they're just not as versatile because this is all that you can do. And I agree with that, and I also disagree with that, because if you don't want to do the whole thing and do it over your head, you can simply go like a traditional scarf, just go end to end, bring it around, open that same circle, pull it through, and then you have a nice little kind of crossed over piece that can just fit nicely inside of a jacket, or, if you just don't want all of that bulk in the scarf. Yeah. We've also seen, and I'm going to attempt it, I don't know if it's going to translate really well here, but we've also seen this year a lot of people wearing them as little shrugs. And yeah, isn't that neat? So yeah. I think it probably really works with what I'm wearing today. But it's just, you just throw it over your shoulders, and it's really nice if you find an infinity scarf that's a heavier wool. Mm-hmm. And it does. It makes like a little tiny cute sweater that's really, really great. So that's this is our Tiny Arrows Infinity Scarf, and it's in they call it Mykonos Blue, we call it Cobalt, but here's that one there.
I love the Cobalt. The Cobalt is my most loved color, Cobalt Blue of any color. Love it.
Oh,
I want that one.
Okay. Excellent. And then some of the other things that we've done, there's another color this year, and it's like a cafe au lait. It's kind of this like warm chocolatey color. And we have this really neat, I'm a big fan of not reinventing everything. I'm definitely not a crafty person. I'm not a really handy person, but I'm a visual person. And one of the things that I like about this scarf, and it's our Neutral Naturals, is it's kind of frilled out for you. So to put it on, it doesn't really take a lot of effort. You just bring it from the front, bring it around to the sides, pull it down, and you have just this great, I don't know if that's working well in here, but you just have this great looking curly, kind of warm, like you're tucked in for the day. And for some reason, I always picture this one like standing out, looking over the ocean and like looking at. I don't really know why, but I think it reminds me a lot of the fisherman sweaters, and it's kind of that same look. But it lends itself to being indoors or outdoors. And that's one of the other things that's really nice is not only are we talking fashion here, we're talking comfort, we're talking warmth. I know I have a few scarves that once I put them on, I feel like I'm just getting a hug.
Yeah.
So that's what's really, really nice about scarves. And that's one of the things why I think that they're becoming so popular, and, why we've been so lucky and so warmly embraced with our scarf line.
Yeah, that was gorgeous. That would have went perfect with what I'm wearing today.
Well, we do this other one, and this is actually this is from, I'm a mom. I don't know what I'm doing, and I never pretend. I think that once you really think what you're doing in business, then you might as well just close it up, because I learn every single day. But one of the scarves that I started with and what kind of inspired our line was called Fall Festival and Fall Harvest, and there's 3 pieces. This is actually from their group. It's called the Harvest Night Sky, and it's just really rich. It kind of brings all of the colors from the Pantone Fall Color Wheel together. And what it really does, though, is it's soft, it's warm, and again, it can be worn inside, outside, day or night. But we've had such a great response on this one. And this is just kind of like, around the neck daytime. You can take it a further step just kind of by tying it underneath if you don't want so much hanging down, but you want to give it a little bit more warmth around your face. So there's that one there. And this one has been just really well received. And thank you for that.
Yeah, I love it. I don't know. I think I've seen that in a magazine somewhere. Have you? Have they been in magazines?
Yeah, we have samples. We have samples out. We have over. We've been very, very fortunate and very well received. I don't know if I can say where yet, but we've just sent huge boxes of samples to some popular morning shows and Celebrity Chef, and so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Have you ever been watching and seen like a celebrity? You know how they post the pictures up on the internet on the different blogs and see the celebrity wearing your scarf?
I haven't yet, but I know for a fact that we've sent some to some personal assistants of famous people. I have no idea what I'm doing. If it works, it works. We're so excited. But more importantly, and what I love just being out, and I love being in our community, and all that celebrity stuff is great. But we have so many moms in our school, in my daughter's schools that we see, and they're just like wearing these things. So for me, I think the most exciting thing about doing what I do is just seeing somebody out in the world, and we are so lucky because so many of our customers are so interactive with us on Facebook and on Twitter, and they send us pictures of them in their scarves. And I think that's really awesome.
It is. I went and looked at your Facebook page. You have a great Facebook page, and it's so interactive. Sometimes you go to Facebook pages, and they're like just a desolate land of the owners just posting the stuff up there, but there's not much interaction. But I saw the pictures of the different people, and it made me want to send a picture. I'm like, I got to send some pictures in of myself.
Honestly, it's really I'm so flattered. And, one of the things that a customer told to me, and maybe, the people who are watching this, with the holidays coming, not only are we dressing ourselves, but we're also dressing our home. And a few years ago, a customer, I'd gone to her home, and she had this beautiful scarf of mine, and she had it laid out as a table runner under her holiday display. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So one thing that I do in my home with my family is that we throw a little bit of leopard into our holiday scheme, and we do that just simply using inexpensive scarves as table covers, table runners. Like I kind of wrap them in some wreaths. Yeah. So just a thought.
Yeah, no, that's neat. Well, let me ask you this. Is there anything, the do's and the don'ts of wearing a scarf, is there any, thing that you should not wear a scarf with? Okay, for example, recently we've seen the big trend with the T-shirts, and you see back in the day, you really wouldn't have worn a scarf with a T-shirt, but it's kind of trendy, and now, is there anything you wouldn't want to wear a scarf with? Or is it just kind of open game?
I think it's pretty open. Two times, though, I know personally that I've seen people in my store wearing scarves that I wanted to there is, I think when you wear a turtleneck, you can sometimes wear a scarf with a turtleneck. I mean, if you walk in and you look like this and you look like you can't turn your head, it looks more medical device at that point than fashion scarf. But I've also one of the things that a lot of our customers say to us of where they've had problems with scarves is that if they're wearing something that's embellished, if they have like sequin or I don't know, like all the little fun things that go on sweaters these days, that their scarves either get caught in their sweater or their sweater gets caught in their scarves, and they've, that's something just to kind of think about and to look at as you're looking at scarves. What's nice about like even the one that I'm wearing is that it's a little bit more forgiving in the sense that it's a rougher, chunkier knit. So if it has a little bit of pull, you just pull it open again. Whereas if you're going to go into something that's like a silk or something that's very smooth, it's just something to kind of consider when you're making your buying decisions.
Interesting. That's a great point. Now, next week you are going to be having some of your scarves on Modish Moms, and so we're really excited about that. It'll be just in a few days now, and if the people that are viewing this right now, if they just can't wait until next week, or they want to see some of your other scarves, your whole line of scarves, where can they find you at online?
We have our own website. It's just simply ShopLulu.com, which is just ShopLulu.com. We sell them there, and we're here. Like, we have some customers who aren't comfortable with the internet, so they call us up, we ship them out. But we have a small team of they're moms who couldn't necessarily re-enter the workplace because they're moms. They needed flexible schedules. So we have a few moms who kind of just work with us on a as-needed basis, and they kind of fulfill and pack our orders, and they kind of handle customer service and things like that. So I'm thrilled to be able to give them the opportunity, but at the same time, when you're dealing with us, you're dealing with another mom, so we get it. Like, we understand if you needed something yesterday and, it had to go to a party or it needs to be a gift, we're here, and we can definitely, we're not so big or we're not so scary that get lost with us.
Yay, go Team Mom! We love that. We need more like you.
Yeah, it's a dream of mine. I really did. Like, I really wanted to find a way that I could work with women. I always say I'm an accidental retailer because my first love is just technology and marketing and things like that. And then now, though, after doing this for so many years, my scarves are my number one, and I really, really have passion for them. And they always say that if you're going to start your own business, do something that you're truly passionate about.
That's it, and we love it. We love that you got into the scarf business because you're helping all of us look better.
And there's a great video, and I don't know this person, and I've been just pimping out her video nonstop, but it's if you go to our website, ShopLulu.com, we have a link to Wendy's lookbook, and she did a great scarf video. I think it's 45 ways to tie a scarf in 5 minutes or something like that. But I found that it is one of the best ways to just kind of learn and to have some fun and to play with it. Because one of the things that people tell us is that the reason that they don't buy scarves is because they have no idea what to do with them. Yep. So if nothing else, that hopefully we can give you some resources, and so you don't feel as intimidated when you're standing there in front of these vast scarf selections.
Yeah, that's great. I did see that video. I highly recommend it. Give your website one more time.
Sure, it's ShopLulu.com, ShopLulu.com.
All right, Jill, we really appreciate it. I know you're a busy mom, busy woman, busy entrepreneur. I appreciate your time today. It's been a big help, and just have lots and lots of success with your business. And
thank you. I hope everyone tries something, and I hope that you love it.
We will. All right.
Thanks.
Bye, Jill.
Bye.